All right. Today we're going to be talking about lesson 29-2 in your book, but we're not going to start at the beginning of the lesson because I feel like those early problems you've already understood. So we're going to start on page 402. Please go to page 402 in your book. And under Try These A, they gave us a situation. So it says air in the balloon, and then they gave us a graph. Now to understand this graph, the title is nice, so I know this represents air in a balloon. And then I need to look at the x and the y-axis. So the x-axis says time. I'm going to assume this is seconds, although they didn't tell me. They really should. Sloppy. So this is time, and this is volume. So if I see this line with a positive slope going uphill, I'm thinking that this balloon is inflating. Right? If I had a line going the other way, maybe starting at 200 and heading down to 0, because the slope was negative, I would know the change in volume is decreasing. So I would say it was deflating, right? So the direction of the line tells me whether the output is steadily increasing or decreasing. The fact that it's a straight line lets me know that this is a nice constant rate. As time increases, the volume is increasing. That it goes through 0, 0 tells me it's directly proportional. And then I could check real quick and find a slope here. So the change in y, if I use this point and this point as my two good points, from 0 to 50, the change in y is 50. And from 0 to 5, the change in x is 5. So change in y divided by change in x tells me that the volume inside the balloon is increasing by 10 units of y, 10 volume per second. It'd be nice if volume was like, I don't know, cubic inches or milliliters, some measure of volume, but they just said volume. Okay? So by looking at the direction, whether it's uphill or downhill, I know whether the output is increasing or decreasing. And by looking at how steep it is, I know whether it's increasing quickly or slowly. I don't know if 10 volume per second is fast or slow, but I do know that if I saw another balloon that was being filled maybe on this graph, maybe this is the graph of a second balloon, I could say, oh yeah, this balloon is getting full much faster because it's got a steeper slope. And if I saw a negative slope for this very same type of graph, I could say, well, this line represents a balloon that is deflating. The volume is decreasing as time is increasing. You guys got that? That's the important thing you need to know. So now I'm going to give you a really funky graph. Turn the page. We're now on page 403, and look at this graph. We've never seen anything like this before. So each of the little pieces of this graph I can understand. This is a nice straight line, right? And it's a positive slope, so something is increasing. And then I have a horizontal line here. That's unusual, but I've seen that before. And then I have a line with a negative slope. And then I have another line with a positive slope. So each one of these pieces represents some sort of line that can tell me information about what's going on. So they're telling us that this is about the speed of a commuter train. So that helps me understand the graph. So this is a graph of a commuter train. And then I'm going to look at my x-axis and my y-axis. Is that blurry? Let's have it focus. So the x-axis is time. And these are actually like time on a clock. 7 a.m., 7:15, 7:30. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each one of these is 3 minutes for some reason. So 7 a.m., 7:03, 7:06, 7:09, 7:12, and 7:15. So that's my input. My input is time, and 3 minutes is passing for each one of these little squares. And then I'm going to look at my output, and my output is speed. So that's how fast the train is going. So if my line is down here at 0, it means the speed of the train is 0, which means the train is stopped. Does that make sense to everybody? I'm just going to look at this first piece. What's happening on the first piece? Well, since it's a positive slope, I know there's a change in y over a change in x. So let's take it to here, these 2 points. So the change in y, I go from 0 to 30. And the change in x, I go from 0, I know each one of these is 3, so 3, 6. So what happens from here to here is the change in the speed is 30 and the change in time is 6 minutes. So that gives me 5, and the units of that are 5 miles per hour per minute. How weird is that? So this, when we have distance, miles, per time, we call that acceleration. So this means the train is speeding up, which makes sense. As time increases, the speed is increasing. So this horizontal line is right here at 30 miles per hour. It's not getting faster. It's not getting slower. So the horizontal line means it's holding steady at 30 miles per hour. That's a nice steady speed. It's not increasing, it's not decreasing. And then as soon as we get here to 12 minutes, 7:12, the line goes down. A negative slope means that as the time is increasing, the speed is decreasing. So it goes from 30 miles per hour down to 0 miles per hour in 3 minutes. So it slows down at a nice steady rate and then it stops. And then it goes up again. Now look at this line. Do you see it's steeper than this line? This line goes from 0 to 30 in 6 minutes. This line goes from 0 to 50 in just 3 minutes. This is a steeper line, which means the acceleration is greater, right? They really slam that pedal down to get from 0 miles per hour to 50 miles per hour in a shorter period of time. And then right up here, from 7:15 to, I guess that's 7:18 to 7:27, it's at a constant rate of 50 miles per hour. It's not speeding up, it's not slowing down. And then this line, it slows and stops, and then it speeds up, not as fast, holds steady, slows down and stops, and then it really speeds up. It goes all the way from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 3 minutes. Holds steady, slows down really quickly. This might jerk you to the front of the train. Everybody been on the BART? When it really slows down quick and everybody falls forward, that's probably what this is right here. And then it stops. So the question was, determine between which 2 times the train displayed the greatest rate of change and explain how you know. So that rate of change, remember, is the same thing as the slope. And so we're looking for the steepest line. So it's either going to be this one. This is the greatest rate of change as an increase. But we could also use this one. These are both the steepest lines we have. This one's an increase, this one's a decrease, but they both have the same rate of change. Got it? All right, I have a question for you. How much time do they give for the people to hop off the train? For how long is the train stopped? Go ahead and pause it and think about it. All right, I hope you paused it and thought about it. But according to this graph, it's maybe stopped for a couple of seconds, right? There should be some little bit, in my opinion, of a flat line down there to say, oh, we gave the people time to get off the train, right? Where the train speed was 0. But it looks like, maybe it's just because it's only a couple seconds and these are minutes, but it looks like the train comes to a stop and immediately starts going again, which would make a very dangerous train. All right, so hopefully you understand this and how to interpret graphs like this, because now we've got this funky graph. Let's look at this one. This one says, make a description. Okay, so I want to make a description that fits this graph. The first thing I'm going to have to do is figure out my x-axis and my y-axis is. I'm going to do the y-axis is time in seconds. And for the x-axis, I'm going to say distance from home. Okay, so according to this, when the time is 0, I am not at home. Does everybody agree? If I was at home where the time is 0, then this line would start here at 0. So I'm going to say that I was naughty and I violated the stay-at-home order, and I started off my journey right here at a friend's house. Friend's house. And that friend's house is 2, let's say distance from home in miles. Oh, that's going to make me really fast. Let's make this minutes. Otherwise, I'm super fast. All right, so I'm already 2 miles away from my home. And then I have a positive sloping line. That positive sloping line means I'm getting further away from my home. As time is increasing, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as time increases 6 minutes, I am moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 miles away from my home. So you should be able to tell me how fast I'm moving, right? 8 miles per minute, if I simplify that, it would be 4 thirds miles per minute, right? So that's how fast I'm going, 4 thirds miles per minute, and the direction is away from home because my distance from home is increasing as the time is increasing. What does this horizontal line mean? When the y-axis was speed, a horizontal line meant keeping that constant speed, right? It's not increasing, it's not decreasing. But now that my y-axis is distance from home, that horizontal line means I'm not getting any further away from my home, and I'm not getting any closer to my home, which means I'm stopped. So maybe in my story, I move 4 thirds miles per minute. Maybe I'm headed to get a boba tea. And then I get to the store, so I'm not getting closer to my home. I'm not getting further away from my home. I've just stopped. I'm not moving at all. And that lasts from 6 minutes to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, to 16 minutes. So I am standing at the boba tea place for 10 minutes waiting for my tea. That seems about right. And then what happens? Do I head back home? No. If I headed back home, do you guys agree this line would go down? If I went back home, the distance from home would start decreasing and it would go all the way to 0 because 0 means I'm at home. Instead, it's increasing again. Am I going faster or slower? Well, we said this was 4 thirds. I can use 2 points here. So I've got 3 over 3. So this is just 1 mile per minute. I guess with the per, I don't need the slash. It's a bad eraser. So 1 mile per minute. Mile per minute. Which is slower than this. 4 thirds is bigger than 1. So I'm still going away from home. Let's say I'm taking a long way home because I'm tired of being at home. I'm going to walk around the park first. So I'm walking away from my house, but slower because now I got to sip my tea. All right. Get the idea for this? Isn't this fun? It's kind of fun. Let's do this one. So here, I'm going to stick with this is time in minutes, and this is distance from home. We'll say in miles. So now what does the graph mean? Can you pause this video, please, and see if you can figure out what the graph means? All right, am I starting at home? No. This is home, and at time is 0, I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I am 18 miles away from home at the beginning of the time. why am I 18 miles away from home? Let's say I drove to the beach because I couldn't stand being inside anymore. I'm not going to go in. I'm just going to look. So I drove out to the beach so I could look at the water. Okay? And now what does this line with a negative slope mean? Well, it means as time is increasing, my distance from home is decreasing. This means I'm heading back home. Do you guys agree? So a negative slope on this graph means I'm heading back home. So I go from 18 to 9, right? And I go from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So 8. So 9/8 is my speed. So not super fast, not super slow. I'm heading home. Don't rush me. And then what happens here when the line goes horizontal? Well, I'm at 9 miles from home, and I stay 9 miles from home from here to here. So from 9 minutes to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. From 9 minutes to 18 minutes, I am stopped. Maybe I stopped and bought toilet paper. You can never have too much toilet paper. I don't know what happened, but I am stopped from here to here. And then I start going again. Am I heading away from home or towards home? I am headed towards home because this line goes downhill. And look at right here at the end of this time, I am at home because my distance from home is 0, which means I am back at home. When was I going faster? When I left the beach or after I got some toilet paper? Can everybody see I'm going way faster here? Look at how much steeper this line is. This line is not as steep. So I am taking my time. I'm all filled with those delicious beach vibes, feeling calm and happy. And then I get my toilet paper and I freak out because there's no toilet paper. So I hurry up and get home as fast as I can. Maybe that's my story. Okay? Hopefully you took notes on this in your book. You are going to need this explanation to do the Desmos activity that I'm going to ask you to do tomorrow.